The Madman! Welcome to more Saviors of Uldum cards. Corrupt the Waters. The Shaman quest. Play 6 Battlecry cards. Reward Heart of Vernal. The Heart of Vernal turns your hero power into 2 mana to your Battlecries trigger twice this turn. If there was any class that this quest would be good for, it would be Shaman. They're the Battlecry class. There's currently a deck out there that uses a lot of Battlecries already. It's the Mutate Shaman deck. Imagine having Heart of the Vernal out, and then you use the hero power, and then you play Giggling Inventor. That's 2 mana for 2 Annoyatrons. Now that's a good hero power. But really, the big value of this card is to use it with a card such as Swamp Queen Hagatha. You Heart of the Vernal on Swamp Queen Hagatha, add 2 of the Dustfar Horrors to your hand, and you can brew different types of this. I found this really powerful when I was going through the Dalaran Heist, double Battlecries plus Swamp Queen Hagatha. And then you play your Horrors with their Battlecries doubled. Wow, now that's pure value right there. The quest is pretty easy to do too. Turn 1, play the quest. Turn 2, you play Sludge Slurper and the Lackey. Turn 3, you play an Evil Cable Rat. And bam, you're already 3/6 of the way done. Halfway there, and you have a Lackey in your hand. I think there is potential for this sort of mid to late game deck workout for a Battlecry quest deck. Certainly something to be tried. It remains to be seen whether or not it would be better than current Control Shaman, but I have hopes and dreams. Shaman is also rolling in with a card that's sure to shake up the meta with Earthquake. 7 mana spell, deal 5 damage to all minions, then deal 2 damage to all minions. That is a huge area of effect spell. Flame Strike only deals 4 damage. Earthquake deals effectively 7 AoE. That's huge! This card is also broken into 2 pieces, which is really good for dealing with one of the mechanics of the set, Reborn. You deal 5 damage, presumably kill the first part of the Reborn, then 2 damage kills the second part of the Reborn. Also really good against a number of death rattles, and also really good against Soul of the Forest. Clear the Druid full of their treants, and then kill their next treants as well. This card's going to be competing with Hagatha's Scheme a bit for your AoE of choice into the Control Shaman deck, and I'm not sure which one is going to win out, or if you even need to have one win out over the other. For example, Big Spell Mage in the past ran both Dragon's Fury as well as Flame Strike, so why not run Hagatha's Scheme and Earthquake? That depends on how much of the meta is going to be minions on the board. The more decks that are based around minions on the board, the better more AoE is. Currently, you don't do much on turn 7, other than Swamp Queen Hagatha and Control Shaman. So Earthquake is the perfect lead-in into your usual suspects or your other big stuff. And finally, we have Embalming, a Warlock 4-mana spell. Destroy a minion, shuffle 3 worthless imps into your deck. Worthless imps are 1-mana 1/1s, by the way. This card does have a pretty direct comparison. It's Blast Crystal Potion, which was a card that saw a very small amount of play, and only because you needed to have 30 unique cards back in the day of Reno Lock. You would put in 1 copy of Blast Crystal. It was one of your worst cards. You usually played that card near the end of the game so that the lose a mana crystal was basically no downside. And that made sense because Destroy a Minion is probably the biggest kill card in your deck for the Reno Lock, so might as well save it for the really big minion. For Embalming though, no matter when you play it, you're getting these worthless imps, and if you're trying to go for a really, really late game plan, then you probably plan on drawing a lot of cards in your deck, which means you probably can't afford to put 3 worthless imps in your deck and kill 3 of your draws. Some people say, great for Zoo. It's used for a tempo deck, which tries to finish out the game before the worthless imps are drawn. And I would say that's probably the more likely situation. It's one of those high risk, high reward cards where you play it and it's a powerful effect for the mana cost. 4 mana Destroy a Minion is very good. The only class that has been able to do that is Rogue with Walk the Plank, and I think if other classes had access to Walk the Plank, they would probably run it. Is it worth it for a deck like Zoo to run Embalming under the theory that worthless imps could be magic carpeted and could be turned into random legendaries with Rafam as well? I feel like that's still a no, because it's so often going to be a dead card. It is just so bad to draw a worthless imp. If you want to destroy minions in Zoo, just run Demon Bolt. And some people also say, hey, you could say shuffling 3 worthless imps into your deck is an upside. It prevents you from fatiguing. But that's really terrible. Control Warlocks have not really been playing the fatigue game. I mean, their hero power is draw cards, so that's actually ridiculous. I think this card is impractical! Those are the latest revealed cards. Looking forward to seeing more of the Saviors of Uldum.
Out of the hall of explorers, and up from the dusty tomb, they grab their whips and fedoras. These legends of the past know exactly what to do.